Oh, hey guys, we're going to do another quick review on the WS80's, the Bridgestone Blizzak WS80's. Ottawa today, we got hit with about close to 10 inches of snow right now, and weather is really shitty. And I'm driving a 2016 Mustang GT, so you know what? As for these WS80's, even though I'm on my 4th year on these tires, the traction is still really good. You know, I might have lost about probably 40 to 50% of my the tread wear on the tires, but the tires itself will still get you through like really bad weather, which is pretty amazing, because considering this is a rear-wheel drive vehicle, a 2016 Ford Mustang GT, you're not slipping and sliding all over the place. I'm taking a back road now, which has still got a couple inches of snow on the road, and there's a lot of ice underneath these side roads, especially because they don't get plowed and touched and salted like until days after the snowfall. And as you can see, I'm taking these corners and stuff, still driving carefully while I'm doing this review, but it's not bad, and that's the awesome thing. I'll give it a little bit of tailspin here, but I'm doing it on purpose, right? I mean, just to show you guys. And like, I got it floored like about a good 60%, and it's not going out of control even with these Blizzaks. And that's what amazing thing about this. It really comes into play when you actually have the really shitty weather. Let's do a little bit of fishtail here. And the thing that helps with the control of my pedal to this car too, I noticed, because when I had the Mustang, I wasn't using pedal commander, and that's when I noticed there was a slight delay when you're actually applying the throttle. And I'll give it a little bit of gas here. It just slides perfectly, even with these Blizzaks, because it gets grip. Once it gets grip, it's awesome. And that's the amazing thing with the pedal commander. You can adjust your throttle response from the eco mode, to sport mode and sport plus mode, from the -4, to the +4. So right now, for the better response from how I like to feel, I actually have mine on a sports plus mode, which is sports +1 mode, not +4. In the summers when it's nice and dry and stuff, I usually drive them at +4 mode, but during the winter I usually go into a +1. As for my son, he will not even stay in the sport plus mode in the winter driving this car, but he has his own car now. He's on the brand new WS90's, which is, he says, it's been an awesome tire. So I'm going to give it a little bit of gas on purpose to see if we can get some traction. But yeah, it's slipping a little bit, but you know what? The car is going straight, and that's the awesome thing. I'm pretty sure you can hear the motor, but I'm not getting squirrely and stuff. And I'm pretty sure that my Steed Stop the Hop kit really helps it too, though, because, and that's what I have running on these, underneath. I have the vertical links. Here, we'll go through in the worst, shittier weather right here in the road here. I have vertical links underneath with the Steed Stop the Hop kit, IRS bushings, subframe bushings, and the subframe brace. I'll give it a little bit of gas, but it's just fun to be able to do this on a real-wheel drive car and not worry about going out of control. And it's just fun. Sometimes I love taking the side streets because it's just fun doing that, where you have a good control and you don't have to worry about like going out of control in the main streets either. And that's where the pedal commander really helps. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a right here, because that's where I live, straight on. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a right to avoid this plow, because he's going straight through. We're going to give it a little bit of tailspin here. It just shoots out so straight, with the Steed Stop the Hop kit, the Blizzaks. It all really factors in. I know you guys probably see a lot of videos of rear-wheel drive cars, like running the WS80's or the WS90's, but there's a cop there. But I don't see a lot of cars just giving a gas to show you how well the car can still be under control at a pretty decent rate of speed under the shitty weather. And that's what I want to show you guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for these cars to pass. I'll go back on one of the main roads here, and I'll give it some gas. I'm not afraid to give it some gas, as long as we're not trailing a bunch of cars. So we'll give it some gas here, guys. It has a little tailspin. I mean, I know that. I hope my phone can pick up the the exhaust sounds, because I'm not just trying to accelerate slowly, around these cars, so what we'll do is we'll follow, yeah, I really wanted to take it right here. What we'll do is we'll follow these cars here on this road to Richmond Road, and then I'll take the side roads again to show you guys how well it does. You know, I don't want to switch lanes. I mean, I guess I can show you. It's safe to drive. As long as you're switching lanes without giving it major gas, you'll be fine. You know, you see, as you can see here, there's a couple inches in between the two lanes. But I really, honestly, when I'm just showing you guys how well the tires will actually handle even cutting through snow. But I don't usually do that if I'm driving shitty weather like this. I don't usually swap lanes out because it's better to drive a lot safer and play safe and not switch lanes like that, because that's one of the worst things you don't want to do, is to switch lanes while you're driving this crappy weather. On the highway, it's very dangerous because you got about 4 to 6 inches of pile up in between the 3 to 4 lanes on our highways, you know. So switching lanes isn't something you want to do. The best lane and the safest lane to usually drive on is usually the right lane or the exit lane. That's what I usually drive on shitty weather like this, because if you need to get off the highway, you don't have to swap lanes out. And if you need to and I'll get some cars here. So sorry guys, I'm just trying to get some grip here. So what here, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get onto this right side. We won't give it gas. We'll just cut through the snow here. Just about 3 inches of snow in between these two lanes. I'm gonna go to the Queensway Carleton Hospital because I'll take the side streets to get to the other part of the highway and the back roads here. Then at least you guys can see how we can have a little bit of fun and just giving it a little bit of gas, you know. So as you can see here, it has awesome control with the Blizzaks, you know. I'm only doing this, guys, too, because there's no cars around us, right? So it's kind of fun just to be able to do this, because I don't get a chance to do this on the normal roads, and plus you really don't want to do that, you know. And I got to be careful here. I don't want to be driving like a nut because there's a lot of cops at hospitals. So we're taking the side roads here. You know, we're going about 40 kilometers now, close to 45, and you can see that the traction is awesome still. But you know what? I would really make note, if you're driving a rear-wheel drive car, I held on to these tires for the 4th years because last year I didn't drive a lot. I didn't have as much work because we were kind of approaching close to the end of the severe COVID, you know, bullshit, and then so I didn't have a lot of work, so I didn't drive as much. So that's why I made a choice of keeping these tires for another year. Because usually you hear a lot of people would just get rid of their their WS80's after the 3rd year or the 2nd year, depending on how much you drive. And with me, because of the type of work that I do drive this car a lot. I drive this car all year long, and my job, I support all of the retail stores as far as from Ottawa to Cornwall, close to Kingston, you know. So I do a lot of driving, because if I have a customer that lives within these proximities, I won't travel much further than Ottawa for an on-site call for a private client. But when it comes to doing work for the retail support, I have to do it for up to those places, because it's just a part of my contract that I do for these big contractors that I work for, you know. So right here, we're back on Richmond Road. So I'm going to take you guys through the side street in about another minute from now. I'm going to take it easy because these cars are coming down fast, these Bell vehicles. And we're going to jump in our lane here soon. Get a little bit of traction, give it a little bit of gas. And it didn't get squirrely that time. It's got his grip. I know you guys can hear the car going. You know, I'm not driving this car like a little pussy, you know, so... but safe at the same time, right? So yeah, so I'm gonna do a quick stomp on purpose to see, and it stops really good, you know. So we're gonna take the back road here at this set of lights coming up, and then I'll probably end the video in about another 4 or 5 minutes from now, so that you guys see that how well these tires, you know, they handle. So I mean, I hope somebody's got the new WS90s and let me know how good that they handle, because my son's got the WS90s on an old 2011 Mazda 2. And he says the traction on this type of weather is just amazing, you know. So I could only imagine how good he does, you know. So I can't wait to get them on. But I'm on the fence of getting the Blizzaks. Not that I don't want to get the WS90s. I really wanted to try also the Nokins, you know, R5s, because those are probably the best tires in the market. You know, I mean, if anyone knows Nokian, those guys they make tires that are, you know, are made for the Nordic winters, not like our winters. Even though we have shitty winters like in Canada, but you can't compare our winters to the Nordic winters up there. You know, and those guys, Nokian, they make the best winter tires in the world. You know, I gave it a little bit of gas. Got a little bit squirrely, but that's good. Just a controlled squirrely though. You know, and we're going about close to 60 kilometers here in the back roads in the shitty weather. You know, and it's still handling awesome. I'll come to a stop and I'll stop on here. I'll stomp on the brakes here, and it slides just for a quick, like a little mount, but I can feel that it's still gripping the road as it's sliding, and which is awesome. You know, so. Pretty sure you guys know my engine doesn't realize, so I'm always giving a little bit of gas. I don't want to hit hard around this corner here because I want to make sure, because it's a very small road, this one here. Just make sure that there's no other cars coming in. And I'll give it a little gas around this corner after we stop here. And just get a little bit of fun play here. I'm almost tempted to put my pedal commander up to the positive 2 or 3, but God, don't you guys love the V8s? You know, it's awesome. You know, I don't see a lot of other Mustangs on the road with these type of cars, but I saw a Camaro. He had the brand new Blizzak WS80's. I'm like, damn, that guy must be having fun. Yeah, this is fun taking the side streets, you know, especially when you know there's no cars around you. But I can't see anything around this corner here. It's a blind turn. That was a nice slide. That was awesome. Yeah, this is awesome. Awesome street for this kind of fun. Since there's a bunch of cars going right, we will go left because there's not a lot of cars there. Give it a little bit of gas here. Oh yeah, that was a nice spin. You know, if I had the windows rolled down on my son's GoPro in the back of the car, which I wouldn't take a chance because the car is freaking full of ice and snow, the Borla S-Type sounds freaking awesome. Because, you know, I have Mack race pipes and I have Thunderbolt CEL 400, you know, high flow cats welded to my Mack race pipes, an X pipe from SR, and the Borla S-Type axle back, and the exhaust sounds awesome. I know that the phones inside my car is not going to pick up the sound really good, but you know, if you guys can hear this, like, oh, with the windows rolled down with the GoPro installed, I'm gonna give it a little bit of gas. Look at that last slide around this corner. That's awesome. Okay, we got to take it easy because there's a car coming towards us. This is just fun. You know, I hope you guys had some fun. Well, I know I did. You know, just watching me drive this car in this weather, you know, like I said, again, I was only doing this kind of the spins around some of these turns just because there was no cars around, but I wouldn't do this like in the main road here going to the left, but it's just to show you how well it does a little bit too much gas. I was getting a little bit excited here, picking up traction again, as you can see, about 50 kilometers an hour. So you know what? You know, thank you guys, you know, for watching the video. If you have any questions, any comments, just write it down in the comments below. And thanks for watching, and have a good weekend, guys. Take care. Bye.